I'm reviewing a 2010 Lexus GX460, which is the second generation model of the Lexus GX, first introduced for the 2003 model year as the GX470, and making a name change along with the introduction of the second generation model in 2010 to the GX460 as the engine changes from a 4.7 liter V8 to an all-new 4.6 liter V8. The GX saw major updates for the 2013 and 2020 model year. The GX is based on the same platform as the 4Runner and the FJ Cruiser, and it's essentially a Lexus version of the Land Cruiser Prado that's sold in several other foreign markets. The two vehicles are nearly identical, with the GX giving the Lexus treatment and carrying a slightly more premium image. Starting up here at the front, I really like these early years of the GX460. I mentioned that they saw a minor refresh for the 2013 model year, main changes to this front fascia, and in my opinion, the 2013 and newer models look a little bit too dramatic. I like the simpler look that we've got going on here. You see that our grille's got a simple 3 horizontal bars that look a little bit like brushed aluminum. Got the chrome surround, nice modern headlight fixture, and we've got fog lamps down below in the bumper here with a chrome surround and parking sensors in the bumper. Coming around to the side profile, again, we get the Lexus treatment when compared with the Land Cruiser Prado. Got the brushed aluminum side rails up top, chrome strip below the window compartment, chrome door handles, and a set of 18-inch chrome wheels. You also see you've got an integrated blinker here in the mirror and standard running boards. Now the running boards look okay, but this is actually one feature I'm not really crazy about on the GX. They're so integral to the shape of the vehicle that if you want to pull them off to increase ground clearance, it looks a little bit funny without them. You'll see you've got a pretty dramatic bulge at the front and rear fenders, giving it a pretty athletic stance. And then coming around to the back of the vehicle, this is where you definitely get a little bit of that European vibe going on. It's got a really tall, skinny look to it. That's enunciated by these fixtures here, which are again very tall, wrap around the side here, have a nice modern look to them. And then we've got the additional fixture down below here with our backup lights. You'll see we've got a lot of chrome back here again with the Lexus lettering, the emblem, and the GX460 lettering. And then we've got the chrome strips above and below our license plate. Down below, again, we've got parking sensors, and then we've got our trailer package. Now the rear window here opens up with push this button. Nice feature to access this rear cargo area without everything falling out. And then it's also a side opening rear door here. So kind of a unique feature. All around, I think that the GX is a really great looking car. One of the things that I really like about it is that in a lot of ways it's kind of like a mini Land Cruiser. So it's smaller, it's not quite as bulky, and I think that styling wise it looks a little bit better. I also like the fact that because it's skinnier, it's going to be a little bit better for going down narrow trails than what you're going to see with the real Land Cruiser. Looking inside the GX, you'll see that it's got a really nice interior with a very functional design that's also very attractive. Good quality materials, nice fit and finish. Number of brushed aluminum accents, wood insets, leather wrap surfaces. Leather seating throughout. Leather wrap steering wheel with wood insets. And of course it comes very heavily loaded with features. We've got power windows, power door locks, memory settings for 2 drivers. Our driver's seat is full power with lumbar support. Also got power mirrors, power adjustable steering column. On the steering wheel, we've got audio controls, Bluetooth controls. Got cruise control down here, push button start with a smart key. You see the instrument cluster's got a really nice, simple, clean look to it. We've got our center locking differential here, and nice large infotainment screen in the middle that is touch sensitive. So we've got some dual functionality here. It's currently on climate, so we can control through this system. You see we've also got climate control down below here. We've got our audio system with AM, FM radio, satellite radio, CD player, Bluetooth, and we've also got auxiliary connection and USB connection. Got a setup screen here. You can also adjust the display, navigation over here, and then you can also connect your phone to the vehicle, and that interfaces with this system. So you've got our CD player down below here, a clock above that, and then we've got audio controls. So you can use these buttons. Got our tuner over here, volume. So again, we can either use these controls, or again, if we press audio, you can use the touch screen here to adjust those settings. And then this little cover plate here can again conceal those buttons. Down below, you'll see we've got heated and ventilated seats for the driver and front passenger side. And we've got this little cover plate that scrolls back. We've got a little storage space inside, USB connection and auxiliary connection. And we've got a 12-volt outlet right here. Gear shifter here, hill descent control, and then that electronically controlled low range option over here. Got another cover here that opens up, and we've got 2 cup holders inside. And then our center console here, we've got armrests on top that slide forward independently for the driver and passenger side. And then we can also open this up. We've got this little removable tray inside with coin storage, and then very spacious down below. Up above, we've got a self-dimming mirror with a compass. Got a little built-in rear view mirror here to see children in the back seat. We've got the Lexus SOS system here, subscription service, ability to program up to 3 garage door openers, and we've got a tilt and sliding sunroof. Controls for that are right here. Looking into this middle row, you see it's plenty spacious, a lot of leg, head, and shoulder room. Center seat back here folds down into an armrest and has 2 cup holders. You also see that center console here, we've got climate control for this middle row seat. Got a cup holder down below here, and then we've got a lever here for reclining the seat back. To access our 3rd row seat, we've got to come around to the passenger side of the vehicle. And we can pull on this lever here, and this seat slides forward, and you'll see we've got our 3rd row seat back here. 2 little jump seats. They look pretty small, but I'm 5'10" and I actually do fit back here. It's a little snug. And then these electronically drop down, so they're independently controlled. We've got control on each side here. So you can do one or both sides. And that drops down into the floor to help increase that rear cargo area. And we'll go ahead and slide this seat back and come around back. I already mentioned that this rear window opens up independently, and then we can also swing the door open from the side here. You see that cargo space is pretty limited when this seat's up. And again, we've got controls for each of these sides here to drop these down. So you can drop them from either that middle row seat or from the back here. And you'll see that with both seats down, cargo space is pretty good here. Also got a cup holder on each side, and we've got a little power outlet back here. And then we can also bring these seats back up. You'll see that we've got controls on either side again to drop or pull these back up into place. So they come up with the exception of the headrest, which you've got to do by hand. And once these are up, then we just swing the headrest up on either side. And again, cargo space is pretty limited when these are up. The GX460 is incredibly off-road capable straight from the factory. It comes with a full-time 4-wheel drive system with an electronically controlled low-range option, center locking differential, and KDSS, which is a suspension system designed to limit body roll and improve handling. It's also available with a number of other cool features, including adaptive air suspension with adjustable height control in the rear, hill start assist, hill descent control, crawl control, and A-Track, which is a traction control system that functions a little bit like a locking rear differential. Essentially, if you have excessive wheel spin on one of your rear wheels, the vehicle is able to apply braking to transfer power to the other side. The GX comes with a 4.6 liter V8 that's got 301 horsepower and 329 pound-feet of torque, paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 6.9 seconds, max tow capacity of 6,500 pounds, and an EPA rating of 15 miles per gallon in the city and 20 miles per gallon on the highway. Within the midsize and full-size luxury SUV segment, there are a lot of other SUVs that are nicer to drive than the GX when it comes to handling, performance, and just overall ride comfort. But the area where the GX is really going to trump all of those other options is when it comes to off-road capability. Keep in mind that this is body-on-frame construction, built on that same platform as the 4Runner, the FJ Cruiser, and the Land Cruiser Prado. It's got a solid rear axle. It's got a high center of gravity given the additional ground clearance, and there are going to be some compromises. The KDSS system helps to make up for that somewhat, but again, it's not necessarily going to be quite as nice to drive as some of those other options. But if you're looking for an off-road capable luxury SUV, the GX is the way to go. Now, while it's not as nice as some of those other options within its segment, it's still a pretty good vehicle to drive all around when it comes to comfort. You know, the seats are really nice, it's very smooth, it's quiet, we've got a ton of luxury and tech features, and it definitely feels like a luxury SUV, but more of a truck than a crossover. The 4.6 liter V8 that you get in the GX is a great engine. It is silky smooth, it's got more than enough power, and likewise that 6-speed automatic transmission is seamless. We've got 301 horsepower and 329 pound-feet of torque. That 0 to 60 time of 6.9 is pretty decent, and like I said, tow capacity of 6,500 isn't bad either. I think what I like about the GX460 most is that it's an SUV that does a lot very well. It's got seating capacity for 7, it's spacious inside, and yet it's not overly massive. It's very comfortable, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's powerful, it's filled with luxury and tech features, and because it's a Lexus, it should be very reliable long-term and a pretty decent resale value for a luxury SUV. So that's a look at the Lexus GX460, a really solid vehicle all around, very stylish inside and out. It's spacious, it's comfortable, it's quiet, it's filled with luxury and tech features, it's powerful, incredibly off-road capable, and because it's a Lexus, it should be very reliable and have strong resale value long term. If you have any comments or questions on the GX460, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.